Hello, you absolute legends. Oh shit, that's the wrong channel. Hello, guys. This is Phantom, and you are watching SM64 Sapphire 30 star done in 19 minutes 39 seconds. So, there's a lot to say, but I don't think I have that much time to say it. It's been a long grind to get this on. It's probably every time that I come to Sapphire, it doesn't take me that long to take PV to get a PB as I did this time, but there is a good reason for it. I just had to implement a lot of new movements, and it just got really hard to put everything together. But I'm glad I just put through, I guess. Although there's a lot of improvements to be made. But anyways, that's the slide skip. It's just you just jump from one point to the other in the slide, and then you just do the usual dead skip. It's just that you can only skip one of these switches. In this case, the last one. Um, but yeah, as you imagine, I do less Dragon because of the well-known BLJ strat here. So basically, I just do the entire Donkey Kong star, and then instead of getting the star, I just use this invisible wall right here, nice crouch, to get a BLJ into the cannon star. This saves 5 seconds if done well. I saved 4 because of that crouch. Um, well, I did that crouch on purpose actually. It's just that I didn't do it fast enough. But ideally I do it and I hold down as I do that, so Mario starts running. Otherwise it's just very possible that he won't run and you won't get enough speed to get a long jump off. So it's just a little strat I came up with, just to make that a little easier, but it's still pretty hard to get. Um, that's not the only reason why Lush Lagoon is the first course either. I think I had this before doing the BLJ strat, I had Lush Lagoon first in my route simply because the Donkey Kong strat that I just did twice is just very hard, so even doing it once was enough for me to change it, and this Miracle Star is also super hard to do. In fact, I went for the single star triple M here, but I couldn't get enough speed from the speed kick, so I just had to do the star normally, but then I just messed up the movement and I did what you just saw instead. But overall that doesn't lose that much time, like if I'm going as fast as possible, that I get that star at 2 minutes 25 seconds, and well, I only lost 2 seconds in between the two stars. Here's a Dusty rollout. That's for advancing the RNG, so these combos are nice. And no, that's not real. It's not true. But yeah, this last round was looking very rough, but it was good enough to continue. It's just there are like 3 time losses, but they are very minor, so it is good enough for me at least. So yeah, now we are on the 100 coin star, and this is like any coin star in this game is very important. This is where you can save time or just lose a lot of time or kill a run. The coin stars are just really important in this run, and I had to do this one in this specific order. Or at least not first or last. If I do it first or last, then we get a dead spots. We get the dead spots of the 3 stars, since we got 2 on the slide. If you do it first, and you get the dead spots of 8 stars if you do it last. So it can be done in any of those moments of the run. This game has that particular mechanic. Well, it's not even a mechanic, it's just an old hack thing, in which it only displays the dead spots for those specific star counts and 30 star. But it's only if you are inside the level and you remain, like if you stay inside the level after getting the star, that gives you the star count to trigger the dead spots. So only the coin stars and Toad can trigger them. But yeah, there's not much to say about this coin star other than messing up that Scaraboo that I killed earlier with a dive, which isn't that bad, although it felt pretty bad at the moment. But yeah, it's just mundane movement, it's just going around the level getting the coins. It's probably the easiest coin star in the game. The other ones can make you lose a lot of time very easily. But yeah, it wasn't perfect, it was good enough I would say, to keep going. Lastly, I do the secret star, which it's hard, like it's hard in a very particular way. It's just simple movement, but one mistake can get you in the water, and that's just a lot of time loss. I'm surprised that I still do this last for some reason. I really should move this before the coin star. So yeah, I don't know why I do it last. I believe it used to be a backup when I was like starting running the game, and that stick around until now. But I should really move it. I should do it like before the coin star and then loop Goombas, which is usually easy. But yeah, with that said, it's very rare for me to get a loose lagoon on the green, so I was happy despite the mistakes. So yeah, on Torchlight Temple I start with bullies. I always started with bullies back then when I had Torchlight at the start of the run, because no matter what you do, no matter your strat, these bullies are just really hard to play around with. The guy really looked like he was gonna die in 2 hits, so he kinda baited me out there, but still a pretty good bully star. You really want to kill the first 2 with just one jump, like they have to die together, so you have enough time to kill the third one with a long jump. And even if you don't do the long jump trap, you really want them to just die together. It's faster and easier, obviously. Yeah, Tower Star is on second because I use this as a backup. So in the case I bounce off the tower after the lava bounce, I can do secrets without really losing that much time. That's still useful to me, so I do it in this order. And because it's a weird star, it's easy to forget how to do it perfectly. In fact, the day I got this PB, I think I was failing it quite often, so no regrets there. So fast secrets here, try to not kick. And I skipped the left trap, probably? No, I went for a left trap. If you don't have enough momentum before doing this double jump there, then Mario won't jump high enough. And if that doesn't happen, then you can't skip that left trap, so it's just you'll be wasting your time trying to, so you need to be able to tell, and well, that's what happened there. I went for the left trap after all. If you have enough speed to do that, then you just kick and get on the platform. So yeah, fast experimental movement here. This is like, it was the first round that I tried to do this movement. Instead of ground pounding the boss, I just triple jump off it and then wall kick to get the cap and dive with that wall kick angle into the tiny platform, then back into the bomb, it's just really sweet movement, but really hard. Like, it doesn't look that hard. It's just, believe me, it's just hard. It's the first time that I got in a run, and I think the first time that I tried to get in a run, so that was pretty good. A slow cannon shot though, but good movement regardless. And now that moment of the level. 100 coins. This is probably my favorite star in the game. It's just really fun to move around this level in particular. And there is a lot of fun things like this jump kick there to avoid a left trap. Like, normally you will just long jump into it and left trap and keep moving, which is still pretty fast. But yeah, that jump kick, if you manage to keep all of your speed from the previous long jump, then you can barely make there and just keep a left trap, which is always nice to see. Yeah, it's just really sweet movement all around here. Get this Nuffy now. I don't know why it double jump kick, but it works as long as you don't touch the lava. That's all what you want. Yeah, it's just sweet movement around. Lots of just moving fast around the things. That's why we are here for, anyways. So yeah, and here the ending can be done in so many ways, but I always go for this long jump wall kick firsty. Even if you don't get the firsty, it's still pretty fast. Sadly I didn't get the firsty, but if you get the firsty, then I'm convinced that's the fastest way to this part. So yeah, we finished the star on this sinking platform. Skipping this Snuffit. I used to kill that Snuffit besides the bots instead of the one that I killed earlier, but I mean, the one that you kill earlier, it's on your way. It's just that it's annoying that almost every time you can't make the next platform with the red coin with just a single jump. But whatever. Shell Star, this is new movement that I implemented from the single star too. Just kick the bots and jump again, so in hopes of getting the shell in the air and just start moving forward with the shell before landing, which is faster than anything else for this star. So that's nice. Being on the green after Torchlight Temple feels pretty weird, to be honest. But yeah, now we enter Maple Meadows. So Maple Meadows, there's a lot to say about this stage. This stage, you have no control over certain aspects of it. You're about to see one aspect of it is these swamp stars. So these guys are energy. You really hope them to do exactly what they are doing right now. But my point is that I got greedy and I tried to get a triple jump off there, but I couldn't. So I just ruined what could have been really good energy. I mean, it was good energy. But yeah, I did a fast recovery anyway, so I didn't lose that much time, but that could have been almost single star. Well, single star like movement, not single star speed. I wasn't that fast. But yeah, still good. Annoying, but good. So, jump star. This, it's just rather simple. It's just try to not do this, for example. So there's a cool strat that you do. You just step on the switch and free fall and then dive in midair on top of the gate that you just opened. So that gate puts you into free fall again. You can wide kick this time, and you can wide kick off the other gate into the star. It's just really good movement, but I completely ruined it there, and I don't know how that happened. That's like they say the first time I have seen that happen. But whatever. Here I was meant to do the shrooms, but since I messed up the moon before the shrooms, I just went for piranha plants. Doesn't affect piranha plants in anything, so that was good enough. So for the shrooms, you want to do this double down jump into dive and jump dive, so you have perfect spacing for this speed kick, wall kick, and well, then you just move around the shrooms. Something that I need to say, these shrooms are very messy when it comes to collision, so if you try to jump on top of them, sometimes you get like a slump jump because they are slopes mainly. Only the center is a platform, like the sides are just slopes. A lot of like tiny slopes, and they can really, really ruin your life. From getting a bad jump to just simply make you fall off. So you need to be careful around those jump shrooms. But yeah, very nice Goomba RNG here. So this is the second aspect of the game that you can really manipulate the energy of the Goombas in this stage is brutal. Here I got just really good, really lucky. This guy was literally on top of the other coins and this guy was literally on my way. That's exactly what you want to see for all three of them. Sometimes the second guy is gonna be really far away and that's just gonna cost you time and you can't really do anything about that. But yeah, sadly I had to do that at the end. I don't know why he lets you up. I believe I just didn't roll out into the... I didn't roll out of the platform like I'm supposed to. But that's fine. It's still the super good energy of those Goombas makes up for this. Like they were by far very good. And you know, I noticed that every time that I get a PvE, I got really good Goombas because like they are a huge difference. Getting good at Goomba energy is like, I don't know, let's assume you have really bad energy for all three of them, then you save 5 seconds for sure. It's a lot. But anyways, just moving on the Wink Up Star, I do... So apparently most people do this thing clockwise, but I like to do it this way because it just feels faster and I can do it very well with the quick turns, so that's good enough for me. I also like long jumping to start from here, so it works out. I think they are about the same, both methods, so it's a matter of just picking whatever you are more comfortable with, which is, or whatever you are more consistent with, which is the most important thing anyways, on any speedrun, not just this one. But yeah, so, PP. This place is brutal, and there is the first mistake. So, I'm supposed to jump dive over that gap and then jump dive into this platform, but the jump dive didn't come out, so I just got the dive into the lava, and that's just very bad. You can land on that spin drift to mitigate the damage, but it's still just not good. This is very common from me. I always have really bad polar picks on good bases. It's just not sure if it's nerfs of this stage is just not as easy as it's supposed to be. But anyways, my polar picks on my previous P was remarkably bad, so I still have time saves to get. Despite that, it's a big mistake, but it's not a run killing mistake. Not even like base killer mistake. Was still on the green. But yeah, this is just the start heals are all very fast, so you want to get a single jump here, wall kick, and just get the start with that moment. It's these two starts that I did are just very fast. There is one strat that I didn't implement for the switch star, but we won't talk about that. Right now we have a favorite here, the penguin star, so I'm using just the movement that I came up with, the slide kick, just to get this spacing for the penguin, and then you just perform the classic good old hands-free penguin, and then just do the rest. You can only go so far with the hands-free penguin, but that's good enough. I also got the penguin drop that is pretty tricky to get. Saves the cutscene of Mario just dropping the penguin manually, so you can just walk directly to the star. That is good. So here's the shell star. This is the easiest star in this stage, and maybe the easiest star in the game, to be honest. There's not much you can do about this. You just have to use the shell to get the secrets and then get up there. It's not much to do. Like the other shell star is also super easy, so sadly they are not like we don't have cool skips for those stars to get there without the shell. For this one it will be impossible anyways, since you have to get the secrets over the lava. But that's fine. So coin star. This coin star is probably one of the most complex, at least on your fingers, because you have to do a lot of beat punches, and you also need to get a little lucky with the spin drifts. But I would say it's the most demanding out of the 4 stars, without counting Maple Meadow's luck. But these speed punches, so it may be something that I'm bad at, but just punching these bots is very annoying to me. You have to be so perfect about it too. Yeah, I got very good spin drift energy. They were nice to me, but here there's some very interesting movement that happened. It happened to work out, didn't lose time. But yeah, we just ground pound that and dive off the ground pound to keep the momentum and then be able to do a jump dive into ledge cancel. It's cool stuff all around. And there's 30 stars. So, what you're about to see, I'm gonna skip the door. Why? Normally it's banned to skip the door that has the number of stars that you need. But this also happens to be the 100% category for this hack. This hack doesn't have like an intended star count like most do. It does, but it's also the 100%, so we are allowed to do that skip. That skip is seen more on, well, I mean, seen on both categories, 0 star and 30, but it's something that you have to do in 0 star. Here, if you are not confident, you don't have to do it if you are starting running the game or something. You want to do it at a high level because it just saves a lot of time. But yeah, so not much to say about the court. It's just a bunch of speed kicks and movements, just reaching the cycles, and then it's the man. I was very nervous at this point because this time around, when it came to Sapphire, I was missing a lot of throws. I killed a couple of rounds on pace on throws too. They weren't as good though. Like this is by far the best pace I ever got to this place. But it still got into my head that I could miss a throw, so was pretty nerve-wracking, but there it is. Was quite happy to see this happen finally after grinding for so long. And you can see how happy I am, which is very rare, but I almost missed the start there. Like I almost don't get the jump because I was messing around with the camera. I was like looking for my hotkeys to actually put my face cam in there. Hopefully I will come back to this game and improve it more. I'm not gonna be putting new movement. because I can improve on what we have here. But I'm still super happy with this. And I'm super happy with you reaching this point of the video, so thank you very much.